Welcome. In this video, I'm going to take a look at this old Korean Hornbeam raft. Now, I actually have two Korean Hornbeam rafts, one that I started myself and this one. And this one is an import, probably imported into the United States as far back as 1990. And so it's been around for a while. I acquired it a number of years ago, and in the years that I've had it, I've been trying to figure out what I want to do with it. It sort of has a variety of structural problems. And so finally, early this spring, having gotten the tree into a nice healthy state that I like and that I think will give me the type of growth that I need in order to rebuild parts of the structure, I went ahead and cut off almost all of the branches from this main trunk here. So it's kind of hard to see right now, but I'm going to go through here and thin out shoots and start wiring a few things into place to make some structure, and then trimming back to make more branch divisions on this. With the leaf thinning and shoot thinning done on this part of the tree, at least all of the shoots that I wanted to thin, I can take a better look at the structure. So this part of the composition is still reasonably mature in the sense that I didn't go cutting off a lot of the branches. It still needs to have some more density, which will take me, a few years to build up. But meanwhile, the structure here needs to be optimized so that all of these branches that have come out since I cut it back are coming out and sort of harmonizing in the right way. So I'm going to go ahead and apply some wire here, and then I'm going to address what to do with this once I've gotten this part tidied up. So wiring and trimming all of these branches back and sort of laying them out like this. And the idea here is that the silhouette of the tree wasn't really that different than what it's going to be when I'm done with it. It's just that I didn't have any interior budding, and so that meant that I can't really build any volume of twigs in the silhouette that I had. It was too sparse. So with all these cutbacks and wiring out, I should start to get more buds popping out, and I can start to create more volume of twigs in these areas. Because this is essentially a structural reset, what I'm doing is I'm trying to eliminate all the branches that are not going to easily harmonize in the final composition. And one of the things that's really hard to get right in compositions that are complex like this is all of the branching not sort of crisscrossing over each other or making visual clutter. So the three-dimensional aspect of a tree, in other words, looking at it in person where you can move your head around and really appreciate all of the directions of the twigs, gives you a slightly different feel than what you're seeing in a video or especially in a two-dimensional photo. But either way, you want to have a reasonably clean branch structure in order for the winter silhouette of an elegant tree like a Korean hornbeam to look top notch. And that's what I'm really after. So I've gone through and cut back some more of these stubs. Now, as branches run, they are going to put on additional wood. So really what I'm doing partly is creating more interest and taper in the branching, but I'm also trying to chase back those sections where there's not as much interest or movement or division as I want to see for the final composition. And as I'm doing this, I'm kind of eliminating more and more branches. That includes some of the branching down here on this because it is not really conforming to exactly the way that I want the branching to look, and it's also larger. I'm going to keep this large low branch here because it is going to be a key part of the composition, and I actually want it to be longer, and it already has some nice character. But what I need to do at this point is I need to wire this trunk, which I've allowed to grow, because I want a trunk that's higher than this one and lower than this one in the middle of the composition. Now, it's a little bit strange because this trunk as part of the raft composition is the smallest, but I'm going to continue to let the escape branch on the top of it run to give this a little bit more bulk so that it holds its weight visually against the other trunks on this side. And yes, there are 4 trunks, but it's really also sort of a 3-in-1 composition. And that's what I'm going with to avoid the dreaded 4. Now, as far as this branch back here that I was allowing to grow out to potentially be an approach graft to put here in the raft, I don't think I actually need it when I look at the potential use of this as part of the composition. There's little space in here, and as I continue to grow this, I think I'm going to have the composition be getting bigger, and there'll be plenty of places for the small branching to come from. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this back now to say about right there. Has some interesting character. With a couple of wires added to this trunk and most of the branching cut back short and the trunk sort of twisted up into a shape that kind of is compatible with this trunk as well as the rest of the composition, I've left the sacrifice branch just on the top, and I'll probably let that run for a couple of years to allow this to bulk up a little bit. So now I can go back to analyzing the overall structure, and when I look at this, I think I am going to leave most of this in place for now, although there are some of the twigs that are coming back towards the front of the composition when really most of them should be going just out that way, based on the fact that this trunk is going to be above this and this. Most of the branches would be heading into shade if they were growing that direction. So this is essentially going to act like a back branch, and this is acting like a back branch, and then this is going to be part of the crown, and that is going to be below this part of the crown. So looking up in here, there's a good number of branches and twigs that are growing really well, and obviously that's going to be the case because the top of the tree is always going to be stronger than the bottom. But there's still a lot of larger wood up in here, and I'm not seeing any real taper from this point upward in the composition until we get to this big cluster that I've been trying to reduce. And I think ultimately the answer is that I need to rebuild the entire top sort of in the same way that I need to build the top of the trunk that I've created more height in over there. I need to come back to a smaller piece of wood and have a single cut point here rather than having a bunch of cuts. I'm going to go ahead and saw this off right here and bend that over to become the new top. It's going to give a little bit more directionality, and then I can wire the rest of this into place. And yes, this is multiple steps backwards. Once I've reset this, I hope that I can build the structure back out in a cleaner way and more cohesive overall in the structure of the raft as a whole. That's about it for today. And in case you're of the mind that this was all a big chop job and a really bad idea, I would encourage you to look back at old magazine articles, and this is a very common practice in Japan, and it is also a common practice among professionals here in the United States currently. The reason is that even though you might have a good tree, you always want to think about, well, can I make this a better tree? And I don't do that with every tree, but I do it with some. The point is that there were structural problems with this tree that were consistently bothering me for over the last 5 years or so, and I hadn't figured out how to address that, so I hadn't done the hard work that I just did in this video to the tree to make it sure that it is going in the right direction. If you don't do the reset steps sooner, then you're just spending more and more time essentially working with bad structure in the case of trees like this. So while you shouldn't go hacking away all of the branches of every tree, you should think about how to optimize the structure and whether or not the direction that you're going is right for the tree that you're working with. That wraps up this video. I hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you next time.